golden age of zombies. The summer of 2016 was truly a different time to be alive, and with Gorod Krovi coming out, made it even better. Hype was at its peak, as we probably had one of the best trailers to a zombies map, as we got flying dragons and finally got the return of the PPSH. The stage was all set, and the act of this spectacle has begun. Welcome to the City of Blood. Gorod Krovi. You spawn in the middle of a war zone in the middle of Stalingrad, and this map is one of the most aggressive, in-your-face style maps. As you got the dragons gliding across the map and just raining fire from above, this is without a doubt the coolest thing about this map, and it is what stands out the most. These dragons, I would say, are actually pretty similar to the robots on Origins. They cover up certain parts of the map just like the robot, but in this case they breathe out fire and cover the area in fire, which basically blocks out paths unless you have your shield. And let's quickly talk about the brand new shield of the map. This is the second time we got a new shield with a new ability, and this time it's actually good. This shield can now shoot out a huge fire blast, which can take out huge hordes and is pretty good against the boss zombies in this map. I would definitely say this is the best version of the shield we have ever gotten. Now this map out of all of the BO3 map feels the most like a classic old zombies map. It has a lot of similarities to some maps, like the layout is very similar to Darius. This map has 3 sections: the Dragon Command, the Tank Station, and the Supply Depot. Now the setup for this map is not hard at all, as basically getting most of the parts and getting the specialists has to do a lot with killing and not solving all these puzzles. And that's what makes this map perfect for any old players. Getting Pack-a-Punch is actually pretty simple, as a zombie will drop this cylinder and you take it to the color coordinate area, blue being Dragon Command, yellow being Supply Depot, and red being Tank Station. Once you put in one of the cylinders, a drop pod will fall from the sky and you have to go and protect it. Doing this is not hard, as none of the zombies at the pod will attack you, making getting Pack-a-Punch not a headache. Once you get all 3, you can finally do the coolest thing in all of zombies: ride a dragon. This is without a doubt the most insane way of getting to Pack-a-Punch, and it's pretty similar to the Mob of the Dead, where you go on a plane, but this time it's a dragon. Now once you get to Pack-a-Punch, you are launched into a building standing out alone in the middle of this decimated battlefield. In this building is the Pack-a-Punch, a dragon egg that you need to pick up for the specialist, and upstairs is the Dragon Strike. Activating this will start a lockdown, and get ready for my favorite part of the map, where you need to basically defend off this building as waves of zombies come from one direction. On each side, there's 3 sides, and the final wave, they come on all sides. This lockdown is pretty easy to do, especially if you have the Wonder Weapon, which is a gun we'll talk about in a little. Once you finish the lockdown, you are rewarded the Dragon Strike, which is pretty similar to the G-Strike from Origins. You call it, and zombies will go to the area, and a dragon will come over and shoot down these green fire bombs and kill the zombies. Now let's talk about the wonder weapon of the map, the Ray Gun Mark III, or also known as the GKZ-45 Mark III. To get this gun, all you have to do is get lucky from the mystery box, just like classic zombies. And this gun is pretty cool, but isn't really all that special, as the left hand shoots a smoke that slows zombies down when near, and the right shoots a regular laser bullet. But if you shoot the yellow smoke, it can turn into a mini purple smoke that disintegrates zombies when near. I would definitely say this wonder weapon is the weakest wonder weapon in Black Ops 3, and is really only useful in the Easter egg and against Manglers, the boss zombie of the map. But for high rounding, it is not all that great. Now for the specialist weapon, called the Gauntlet of Siegfried. This weapon is pretty simple to do, as the game basically tells you how to get it. First you need to get the egg, then find a spot around the map to put it, and then wait for a dragon to breathe on it. Let it cool, then you basically have to do these 3 challenges at the bottom of the trial, which are always the same: kill napalm zombies, penetrating kills, and melee kills. Once you do that, you go back to the Pack-a-Punch building and incubate the egg. Let it cool again, and take it back to the trials, and you got yourself the specialist weapon. I actually like the way you can obtain this weapon, as you don't have to do all these crazy puzzles. You basically are just playing the map and killing zombies. And this is a perfect quest for a casual fan or a classic fan. And the specialist weapon itself is pretty good, as you get a baby dragon and you can use it as a flamethrower, and then you can release it and have it as a guard, But when you release it, your gauntlet also can be used to thrust into zombies, sending them flying. This specialist weapon is without a doubt the most unique specialist weapon in BO3 and is personally my favorite. Now let's talk about the Easter egg of the map. And in my opinion, this Easter egg had the potential to be one of the best, but it is ruined by one step, and that is the valve step. This whole Easter egg flowed really well up until this step, and in my opinion, just does not really fit well into this Easter egg, as all the other steps are mostly getting trophies and doing challenges. And then you got the valve step, where it just feels like it was only meant to slow you down or make the Easter egg hunt longer. And listen, I love puzzles and zombies, but it just, in my opinion, it doesn't really fit well with this. Now after that step, you have to do 5 different tasks, and they are all in random order. One is the bomb defuse, which is personally my favorite. Another is capturing Gersh, a Valkyrie escort, a Mangler escort, and a module protection. All of these tasks are fairly easy if you run the right setup. I really like these tasks as it basically feels like you're just playing the map and not doing all these crazy puzzles, which is why I think the valve step is very out of place. Now once you do all 4 of those tasks, you still have one more, which is always the last one, and that is to take the disc to the pack punch room and do a lockdown. And this is probably my favorite step of the Easter egg, as it is pretty similar to the origin steps where you have to kill a bunch of panzers, but in this case it's a bunch of manglers. I love this part as the outside is all foggy and you can hear the manglers march. This part overall is just amazing, and I really do wish they used more of this building and made it its like own game mode, or turn it into like a little mini survival map. This whole area feels like playing classic zombies, where you try to prevent zombies from getting in, just like the old days. Once the download is done, you have completed all the tasks and get ready for one of the best boss fights in zombies. The dragon boss fight is how you do a Easter egg boss fight. The music is incredible as you fight in what feels like this big arena. The chaos this fight brings is truly what makes this map a spectacle, as you fight along Nikolai in a robot mech suit, and the dragon is just pouring down flames into the arena and hordes of zombies is just rushing at you. This is truly my favorite boss in all of zombies. But once you beat the dragon, that is not the end. Nikolai does not agree to our plans, so get ready for a second boss where you fight Nikolai himself. Now the Nikolai boss, in my opinion, isn't as good as the dragon, but is still good. Once you defeat Nikolai, you get to experience one of the most intriguing cutscenes yet, as we learn that all of Nikolai's wives he joked about were all fake. This cutscene turns a funny character into a dark one in an instant. You learn so much about Nikolai in such a short amount of time. Now Nikolai kills him and all the souls are collected, and at the same time we get the reveal of Revelations, the next zombies map. And when this was revealed, the whole community was truly at its peak at this moment. Now this map is pretty difficult, as the map feels very fast paced and the boss zombies can be annoying as well. The Valkyries is probably one of my least favorite boss zombies. Now they look all cool, but honestly they don't really fit the map in my opinion. I honestly feel like this mini boss would have fit perfect for a map like Der Eisendrache, and Gorod Krovi would have had the dogs. Now for the Manglers, they are pretty cool, but honestly are very easy to kill if you got the wonder weapon. I wouldn't say this map is the hardest map on BO3, but is a close second. Now this map fits perfectly for every playstyle and is a huge plus. Now overall, I think this map is great, but I think this map is a little overhyped, and here's why. You have to look at it when this map came out. It's the summer of 2016 and was the peak of zombies YouTube. The numbers were high and the Easter egg hunt was great, and you also had the Z house, which also contributed towards the hype of this map. This was truly the golden age of zombies, and Gorod was the reasoning. Now I don't think this is a bad thing, as I have good memories of this map, but I have to say this map in my opinion has not aged well. But today it is still a great map and is truly the final Ether Zombies map, and honestly feels like a true finale than what Revelations would end up bringing. I don't think we'll ever be in a better time than the golden age of zombies, and I feel Gorod Krovi is a big factor as being the most hyped zombies map ever.